Well, I couldn't set it up the way I wanted to because apparently I'm not smart. So it's back to this, guys. Oh man, you're crooked as hell. Well, you been drinking? Are you drinking? All right. There we go. This will do for right now. I can read chat. You probably hear cops in the background. That's what my wife listens to for sleep time. What is this? Oh, my beard's weird. My beard is weird. How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, I'll quit touching y'all, especially in that place. Um, I could see chat for a minute, but it's not going to be there. What's up, kid folk? My security guard's here, so keep chat nice because I'm not going to be able to see it very soon. All right. Now, as y'all know, I suffer from depression, sometimes debilitating depression, and it puts me down in a hole. It's put me in a hole for years. And in that time, you don't clean. You've seen my backyard. If you go back in the videos, I've showed everybody. I didn't clean. I didn't care. I didn't want to get up and do anything. I was deep in depression. I have aches and pains. I'm old. I don't take care of myself. So you know what I mean? I suffer from stuff. Well, as you know, I have had dogs. Daisy was aggressive. Daisy attacked Eclipse. No, Daisy attacked Ariel. Now, should I have taken Ariel to the vet right away? 100%. Am I wrong? 100%. Okay, but no buts. There's no excuses for it. It was my responsibility and it was my fault. Okay. Now I was taking care of Ariel, cleaning her wounds, changing her pads, making sure everything was good. Um, I had help, but she eventually she scratched herself wider than what she was, and infection set in right away. Well, what happened was I called the emergency vet place, and they were like $300 to even see her and to put her asleep if that's what needed to happen. We called another vet, tons of money. You know, I'm broke. I'm poor. I don't have two pennies to rub together. Well, actually, I do. There's stuff on the floor I found, but I'll show you my living room in a minute when I get closer to the end of this story. Well, I ended up saying that my dog was astray and we found her and she was injured and she needed help. Because in my mind, that's the only way that I could afford to get my dog help. She was beyond what I could do to help her. So we went that route. The dog warden showed up and took Ariel, and I am not your gay next door neighbor. and they put her down. Well, they showed up the next day on my birthday, the 13th. Happy 53rd birthday to me. They came in. There were 2 humane agents, 2 dog wardens, and a police officer. All right. Me and my wife are sitting in my living room. My wife is sick. My wife has mental issues and health issues. Me, I'm not right in the head. But they came in and automatically started yelling at my wife and talking about what pieces of crap we were for not at first taking the dog to the vet. Now, I understand 100% that it's my responsibility as a dog owner. But when I was working, my dogs, all of them went to the vet. They all got fixed. They all got their shots. I took Daisy. She ran into a table and bruised her chest, and it was a $450 emergency room visit. Okay? When I had money, I took care of my dogs. Well, these people came in. Pretty much, the dog warden pretty much called me and my wife useless pieces of, you use your own adjective. You can say whatever you want. I'm okay with it because I know who the hell I am, and I know what I was doing to try to save my dogs, all of my dogs. This is the second time Daisy attacked Ariel. Okay? It hurts my soul that Ariel is dead, that she had to be put down because of her injuries. But the first time it happened, it wasn't that bad. And I asked, what do I do with an aggressive dog who's aggressive to other dogs? The Humane Society, the dog warden, everyone I talked to put the dog to sleep. The dog was aggressive towards other dogs. It wasn't her fault. I didn't breed her to be that. That's just how she was. All right? So, on my birthday, the 13th, they came in after telling us that we were pieces of whatever adjective you want to add. The Humane Society lady, the one who wants to be a cop but probably couldn't pass the freaking physical. But she's standing there with her vest. And she looks at me and she says, your house is deplorable. It is unlivable for humans or animals. I want your house red tagged and I want you thrown out on the streets. My house is dirty. Okay? I had 4 dogs, depression, I can't walk, I take care of my wife who can't do anything for herself. Okay? My house is a mess. I've never not said it was. I've never claimed that anything I have or am is different than what it is. Okay, so I'm sitting on my dog's couch. Yes, this is where my dogs played, slept, ate. You know, this is their couch. This was their house. Well, They took all of my dogs. They made me sign a paper to relinquish ownership of my animals. Because I live in a deplorable house that is unfit for humans, much less animals. Okay? Granted, my furniture is old and broken. I am poor. You've seen my dog couch. This was their personal couch. Daisy had a freaking queen size bed. All right? I loved my animals. I spent hours just alone with Daisy. I loved all my dogs. They took all of them. Daisy got put down because she's an aggressive dog and she attacked somebody twice, or an animal, not somebody. So they put her down because she's an aggressive animal. So by going through the system and making it work the way that I could do it to get help for my dog, that I had spent a week every 4 hours changing pads, changing bandages, giving her pain medication, making sure she was eating and drinking, all of it. I didn't do YouTube because I was enthralled in doing her with her. Okay? So what happened is, I don't have any dogs. They put Ariel to sleep because she got infected and there was nothing that could be done. That's my fault. I live with that. Hi Wanda. Daisy, her only thing was she was aggressive towards other animals. She loved people, dude. I had her trained. I was training her to talk. She was trained with her muzzle. She would sit to put on her harness. But I'm a piece of crap who shouldn't own dogs. And after I go to court, which I have to go to court Friday, I still might go to jail. Which, if I do, I deserve it. If that's what the judge thinks, so be it. I'll do my time. No problem. I will own up to my responsibility. I'm getting there. This is a long story that's going to end in a spectacular fashion. All right? Now, red tagging a house means they put a red tag on your door in my area where I live. And once they put that on your door, you can no longer live in your house. Whether you owe taxes or whatever it is, they take control of your property. And this chick wanted to get me red tagged because my house was dirty. Okay? Now, you're going to ask, how dirty? Dirty. Okay? There's a dumpster out front that is from the living room, Daisy's bedroom, and the attic. Now, the attic, I have to say, there was stuff there from people that lived here that I had that rented from me. They left a bunch of stuff. When my mom died, I was left with all her stuff. The basement has somebody else's stuff who lived in the basement. They left stuff, and that was down in the basement. So, hey, Eli. So, it accumulated. Okay? Now, the dogs did not, I don't go in the attic. I don't go in the basement. When I'm going to do a video and I'm going to walk through my house as soon as they're done doing what they're doing. But the housing authority showed up and I automatically, and it still might be something that happens, I don't know. They might be doing this so that they can get rid of half the junk so that if I screw up one time, I'm out on my ass. And there's nothing I can do about it. Thank goodness for the USA. The American dream is a scam. All the American dream does is pay the government to send the money to other people or to put in the pockets of their family. That's the American way. Let your government rip you off. But anyways, I'm getting off the point. What was my point? But anyways, I've been depressed for years, for a couple of years, and didn't clean. And it piled up. Somebody who cleans their house every day and lives the perfect life, or doesn't have that much stuff, or doesn't have 4 dogs to take care of, one of which has to be separated from the other 3, and the other 3 have to be separated from that one, and you have to make sure at all times they're separated, and then you're taking care of your wife, and then trying to almost take care of yourself, all living on what most people make in a week. I try to survive on it for a month for 2 people. That's about it. All right. So right now I have no dogs. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to lose my house or not. Okay. So do things the correct way. Now they say that there's programs. Oh, all you have to do is call and help. Have you ever called for help for anything? Okay. I need help with diapers and stuff for my wife that I can't afford. Okay. My wife is the same age as me. We are 13 years too young to get any type of elderly assistance for the hospital bed that I had to pay for. The diapers that we have to hunt for and search for and hope somebody donates to us. The pads for the bed the same way. Or I have to come up with cash. Okay, I get it. Being old is blah. And there's no programs out there to help you until you're at a certain age. It's just the way things work. So as you can imagine, yesterday, on my birthday, I was pretty much in shock. And the housing authority came in and he said, "What can I do to help you?" And I told him, if I could get all of this cleaned, I could keep up with it. If I could get rid of all of this trash that half of it wasn't even mine. If I could get all of this stuff out of my house, I could keep up with it. And he said, "Are you sure?" I'm 100% am not sure. I don't go in the attic because it hurts to go up the stairs. But you know what? This man, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to lose my house or not. He says no. He says, I'm in no fear of losing my house. My utilities are on, and I'm making an effort to help. You know what I mean? I can't do too much today because I did a lot for a couple of days and I really hurt. But I can't. I would show you what I got going on. But anyways, they're getting rid of it. They took a whole dumpster out today. A dumpster. Okay? From upstairs. I don't go upstairs. My dogs never went upstairs. My dogs never went in the basement. Where the worst of my mess was, the dogs didn't go anywhere near. And neither did that lady. She was judging by the dust on my mantle, by the undone dishes, by you know what I mean? So I'm depressed, man. People do it all the time. People live like that. And it's not that they're bad people. It's that things happen. You get so far behind that you can't get caught up. You get so far in the hole that you can't climb out of it. And there's no one there to help you. And then when the outside world comes in and sees what you live in, you're a piece of crap. You're under them. I was discriminated against because of my income. And then, of course, they're the big superheroes, and we busted this criminal. He's horrible. And they post it all over their Facebook. Okay, do you know what I do for a living? Fences. So what's this dog abuser? How am I going to get a fence job when 90% of the fences are for dogs? It's going to be really hard, don't you think? Like 100% hard? But I am being charged with animal abandonment and 3 counts of not having rabies shots for my dogs. Yeah. But here's the thing. Now this is where I am not sure. Let me get a little closer to you so y'all can feel what I'm about to tell ya. I don't know if you guys ever heard it, but sometimes you got to hit rock bottom to get up. Sometimes you have to lose everything to gain something. I wish my dude was here who could pull out them scriptures, but he ain't going to be in chat today. I know there's scriptures that say it. And I say faith in God will get you through anything. Okay? I live by that. Sometimes I forget it because I am still human. I'm sorry, dude. I'm dirty. You guys, look. Here is what my house looks like right now. Don't mind that room. That's where everything I'm keeping is. All right? This stuff I'm keeping. But there's furniture in here. Okay, do you know why there's no furniture? Because it's all in a dumpster out there. Daisy's room looks just like this without anything in it. My attic looks just like this with nothing in it. And that lady said, you couldn't fix this in a year. Tomorrow I'm ripping up all the carpet. Okay? And then I'm scrubbing all the walls and I'm scrubbing the floors. And this room is going to be my grandkids' playroom. I'm going to tear down the ceiling and I'm going to put plastic over it. And as I can afford it, I'm getting a piece of drywall and I'm putting it up. And my deplorable house that ain't worth anyone, that isn't good enough for anyone to live in, is going to be freaking beautiful. Because you know what happened when I fell off that ledge that I've been teetering on, just teetering on that edge, and that chick kicked me square in the hootenanny and knocked me off that cliff. And I crashed down hard right into God's hand. Because I woke up this morning and I realized something. Them ladies that came into my house and talked that much crap, that much stuff, belittled me, had my wife wanting to freaking kill herself because she felt so freaking bad about what we've become. Because the two women just wanted to, I'm a big man, I saved doggy. Fuck you. Sorry. But my daughter Candace had an interaction with both of these women, and it wasn't just me that they talked to like that. They talked to Candace like that. And as a matter of fact, when they talked to Candace about it, they gave her crap about letting me live the way I was living. Tried to make her feel like crap for allowing me to be depressed and live the way I live because it's so deplorable. Okay? Now, I'm really, if I swear, I apologize to the most. It's not me. You guys know that. I'm just very emotional. I'd cry, but I'm cried out, dude. I have no more tears left in my ducts. But this morning, I thought about it. I guarantee that every person those two women come in contact with, they talk to like that. And they make feel that way. Regardless of the situation that got them to where their dogs are taken off of them. Or their house gets red tagged because they hoard animals and it's gotten too far for them. Their answer is take the dogs, kick them out, tear down their house. That is how they take care of it. Because they're dog lovers. They don't care about humans. They, honestly, in my opinion, when they're wearing their uniform, they shouldn't be allowed to talk to people by law. Because the way they talk to people, if it was me 20 years ago, yeah, I wouldn't be making alive. I'd be in prison. 100%. Okay? But here's my thing. How many other people do they talk to like this on a daily basis? Because they're all high and mighty and can afford to have dogs and don't have any problems. No, no, no. They're perfect. How many people have they made feel like this? It's a good question. If only somebody had a YouTube channel and doesn't mind being a jerk. What if that person made an organization to help that will, like the housing authority guy, set it up to where they're helping me get rid of all my trash, all the stuff that has been here forever. It's gone. Okay? I don't have that stress. The dogs are gone. I don't have that stress. Okay? Now, I'm not saying this. Yes, they 100% think that they're better than us. I'm not saying that I needed all my dogs taken away from me. I'm saying that Ariel being put down was the best thing for Ariel. Daisy being put down was not the best thing for Daisy. Daisy needed a different owner, one that didn't have dogs and would not, you know what I mean? She needed a different home. And this wasn't it. But 100%, I loved my dogs, and the only reason it happened was because I didn't have money to take her to a vet. I'm suing them for defamation of character and for discrimination. I'm going to have their jobs, and I'm going to do everything I can to get some type of help or some type of organization where they go, okay, don't say a freaking word because they're not worth talking to. Take the dogs and walk away. Just don't run your mouth. Don't do anything. Give them a court date and go away. Because they don't help anything or anybody. Okay, they might help dogs. Okay, but they took 3 perfectly healthy dogs that there was nothing wrong with and put them in a pound. Well, put one of them to sleep and put 2 of them in a pound to be adopted out in a pound that's already overcrowded because they thought they were better than me. They thought they had a better place. Dude, Chuck lived the life. Chuck lived on his mommy, slept with me, laid around all day long, and barked his full head off at every window. My dogs had the life. So, all of this being said, I was broken. I broke. I was at that bottom. Okay? And I understand that it doesn't sound like it because I don't have my dogs. But God takes things out of your life for a reason. God does things for the end product, not for the current product. Okay? Do I feel like I needed to lose all my dogs? No. Not at all. Do I think I should be responsible for Ariel and what happened? 100%. And if after I talk to a judge, he feels that I need to go to jail for it, I will do my time. No problem. Fines, I will pay them. You'll have to take payments. But I will own up to my responsibilities. I never tried not to have a responsibility. But you might ask, where's all this leading to, Rich? Today is the first day in me getting up out of my depression. I feel freaking fantastic. My throat hurts because I've been ranting and raving all freaking day because I'm all hyped up on the caffeine and the Jesus. Y'all, they put you have to break to get better. To get well, you have to be sick. You know what I mean? So you might ask, what are we doing here today, Rich? Why did you call us here? Do you see this couch? I showed you. This is my dog couch. I no longer have dogs because I'm a bad person and a piece of crap and should never own a or anything. I'm just not allowed to own animals ever again because I'm a bad person. You know what bad people need sometimes? A little bit of just release. So, right now, folks, I'm going to set my phone over there. Okay. And I'm not going to be able to read chat. And I'm going to take one of the things that hurts my heart the most and I'm going to destroy it. And I'm going to feel better. Now, I don't suggest doing this to your couch in your living room, but as you can tell, my living room ain't much of a living room anymore. There's no dogs. You don't hear no barking. You don't hear anything anymore in my house. My house is not a home anymore. There's nothing. It's me and my wife. And if you were wondering about my wife, okay, this is a glimpse into my reality. Okay? You want to see what the problem is? What how bad of people we are and we can't do this? There's my wife. Luckily she's sound asleep. And yes, that is a hospital bed. Because my wife is sick. My wife may not be as sick as she used to be. I'm going to set you guys here. I'm not going to be able to read chat. So, but you can hear me. So, it won't freaking break. I need a bigger hammer. Can't breathe, guys. But Like I told you. I can't breathe. Oh. But when I was telling you about I have health issues, breathing is one of them. And I did just get over being whatever sickness everybody in the world has. Will you come off of there? Oh. But remember, this is my dog's couch. It was forever. So, like I said, this thing, as horrible as it looks, it is horrible. I didn't go outside and get my axe. And I didn't bring out my chainsaw. I just can't breathe. This ain't working out the way I wanted it to. Oh my goodness. Oh. Hold on, guys. I gotta get a better chair to sit in. I broke that one. I broke my seat, guys. Yes, there's my ceiling. Yeah. I told y'all. My house is deplorable. It's not worth living in. No. This is my living room. I usually stream in my kitchen because I can lock myself away in the kitchen, and I was hiding the way I've been living. Ashamed of it. As honest as I am, I was ashamed of how everything was working. I really want to swing this hammer at this couch, guys, but I will. It'll be destroyed. But I'm back, baby. I am 100% back. I am going to get back to my daily Bible reading, which I haven't been doing because I've contemplated on whether or not I was worthy reading the Bible to you. Because I broke the law. I lied to the dog warden to try to help my dog, and then they took my dog, and then they took all my dogs, and then I tried to, and I was letting the enemy win. 100% letting the enemy win. And then I got hit where it hurt the most. In that soft spot. Right underneath the hootenanny. It pushed me, dude. I'm back. I'm not depression be darned. It's gone. I'm going to do something every day to make myself not depressed, to make you not depressed. I'm going to do something to help people. Because depression is a horrible place, man. It will kill you. It may not kill you technically. It kills you. It puts you in situations that you would never be in. Yes, I'm filthy. Dude, literally, I've been cleaning for days since my birthday. So 2 days I've been pretty much nonstop cleaning. Now, see, and here's something else. Brother Barry, when they took my dogs, they are such a deplorable condition. Okay, my house is horrible. Yeah, it needs cleaned. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll tell you honestly. You can eat out of my bathtub, though. Do you know why? It's where I took care of Ariel at. Southside time. Beata is my brother. Well, he's not my brother, but he's my brother, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean brother. I mean, what's up, my bro? No. But we can't live like this. We can't be depressed. There's nothing to be depressed about. We live in a wonderful world that God has given us. This is our land. God wakes us up every day to enjoy it. And I know it's hard. I 100% know it's hard. But you know what's harder? Not wanting to get out of bed. But you know, if you get out of bed and you do something, you did something. People may be mad. Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't accomplish. Guess what? You did, man. Depression will kill your soul. It'll kill your heart. It attacks your brain. It just puts you in a horrible place. And people that don't suffer from depression, I thank God that you don't. I pray that you never do. But they don't get it. To them, depression is just whatever. You know what I mean? They don't understand what depression really is. And I feel that somebody needs to stand up for us that have depression. I'm not suffered through it. I'm not through depression. Today, yes, 100%. I'm on top of the world because God put me there. 100%. I lost my dogs, my life, my loves, my babies. The enemy tried to destroy me. 100%. Yes. 100%, kinfolk. And if people don't suffer from it, they don't understand it. And that makes us, oh, your house looks like that because you're lazy. If it was that freaking easy. I wish I was lazy. Because I would much rather be lazy than sit here depressed, angry at myself, because I'm not out doing something, because I don't have it in me to get out of bed today, because I can't do it. I wish I was just lazy most of the time. That would be easy to fix. It's not, depression is horrible. And you can take drugs and you can pray. And I understand prayer helps, prayer works. But sometimes it isn't an automatic thing. It doesn't happen right now. Well, I love you, Sabrina. I didn't think I'd be. I'm tired. My throat hurts. My leg hurts. I'm ready to go to bed. But God has put me in a position right now to where I'm not depressed. I'm actually more fired up than I've been in a long time. There's going to be daily videos. There's going to be talking. Dude, there's going to be a whole video series on me taking this. And turning it into something beautiful. We're going to walk through my house, my deplorable living conditions. And you can judge for yourself. Okay? Like I said, I'm knocking all my ceiling out. And I'll put plastic on it to keep the cold air out. Because I live in a 100-year-old house. Guaranteed. Once I rip up the carpet and tear down the ceiling, it's going to be freezing cold in this house. But one sheet of plywood or one thing of sheetrock at a time, I'll put it back up. I'll have a brand new ceiling. Same thing in that room. Because when that lady said that my house was deplorable, she didn't even see the deplorable part. She saw a mess. She saw dog hair on my carpet. The dog's couch. Oh, it's tore up. The dogs. Okay? You might have seen it when I twirled around. I treated my dogs like I treated my granddaughter. Okay? Look, do you see that on that wall? That I let my granddaughter and my little buddy Ryan. I am doing great, Miguel. How are you doing? My day is terrific. But that's my granddaughter. I let her paint on my wall because it made her happy. It made me happy. That is her thing, dude. She could walk in and see it. And when I see it, I remember her saying, Grandpa, can I do this? Can you draw me a unicorn? Can you draw me a rainbow? Yeah. And she painted it in. And before she did, she ran up to my wife and said, Grandma, is it okay that I paint on your walls? And Grandma smiled and said, yeah, baby, it's okay. Because it made her smile. It's something that she's going to remember. But you know what more important? I will always remember it. I look at that wall, and some people might say, why would you let a child do that? Because She smiled. She loved it. When I see it, I smile. I love it. It's my wall. Okay? Most normal people wouldn't let their child or grandchild paint on their wall. It's a wall. I can repaint it. Paint ain't that dang expensive. You know what I mean? That got me through some very tough times. Just looking at it, thinking about my granddaughter just smiling and giggling. Grandpa, I painted a tree. You know what I mean? The system is not there to help us. Somebody needs to be there to help the people with depression. And I understand God isn't for everybody, but God should be for everybody. God's for everybody. Everybody ain't for God. Let's say that. That's a better way of saying it. I like it better. But what I'm going to do every day is I'm going to do something to beat my depression. I love you. Honestly, Miguel, I do. I thank each and every one of you guys, dude. You guys have given me so much encouragement and love that it's over. I'm a dumb hillbilly from the middle of Ohio that ain't got 2 pennies to reach together to do anything with. But you know what? I'm there for you guys. I'm here to help you. I'm here to, dude, let's get closer to God together. Let's help each other because there's nobody else out here to help us. I love you, bro. It's, dude, there's no one here to help us. We have to help ourselves. And one of us needs to stand up and say, we've had enough of this bullcucky. We've had enough. We're ready to live again. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see the light every time I open my eyes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to do every day this help you. I am here. In the description, I don't let people change who you are. Don't. You can't. The world is a horrible place if you're not you, Joshua. The world is less bright if you conform to what other people want you to be. Be you. There's one judge, and he's up there. That's who you got to impress. Nobody else. Thank you, Miguel. Okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you. Okay? No, I'm not on drugs. No, I don't drink. I'm all hyped up on the Jesus. God is the only way we're going to get out of this and to help each other. There is no other help for us. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? Nobody is worried about us. Our family and our friends, yes. You know what I mean? But they may help you to a point, but you're not, I guarantee you that your friends your family don't know how deep your depression is or how far things have gotten or what's in that room you close when people come over or the parts of your house you don't let people in because you're ashamed. You have pride. Don't be ashamed to be prideful. You have to be prideful to a point. Do not be overly prideful. But you have to have pride. You do. 100% you have to. And it's hard to have pride when you're depressed and when you don't even understand. I will move this couch and there's probably this much dog hair under it. There's probably 100 pop bottles under it. There's probably a bunch of garbage under it. Okay? And that is you want to see it? Here, let's get you down a little bit. Let's move the chair out of the way. And I will show you mine. Ugh! Ow! That's gonna leave a mark. You see it? I don't know if you guys could see it. All right? I don't care if you judge me or not. Thank God I can't get blood thinners right now. Because sorry. I've been doing a lot and my breathing is destroyed. Oh, I guess I'm bleeding pretty good now. It took me years to get here. Years. Dude, my wife has been in the depression so long that she's gotten so depressed, she's sitting in a hospital bed because she sat on the couch and she just couldn't get up anymore because she's been so depressed and so like in her head and in her things. I probably need a stitch or two. I tore the heck out of my finger. Oh, that's all right though. Little blood never hurt nobody. But you're not alone. You're 100% not alone. God is with you 100% of the time. Even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when you have your dogs taken away from you and somebody tells you that they're going to red tag your house and throw you and your sick ass wife on the streets. God is with you. Even in the darkest hole, God is with you. Okay? And then if you become a subscriber of mine, I'm going to go through, if I can figure out where all my subscribers are, and I'm going to subscribe to you. Do you know why? Because we're in this together. We need to get over this together. with each other's help and with God's help, we will be better. We will show all of those people who say that we're pieces of crap, that how we live is inhabitable for humans or beasts. We will show them by working together and being with God. So what I'm saying to y'all is, let's make a deal. Let's kick depression's ass together. I may not be live every day. I'll try. But 100%, I am here. In my description of my page, when you go to my page, it says, "Hi, I'm just an old man, blah, blah, blah." Underneath that is my email address. Email me if you need to talk. Email me. I will talk to you. I will take the minute that I see it. I will mail you back. Email me. We will talk. It's not just this. I'm here. Okay? I used to have my home address on there, but I was told to take it off. So you have my email address. Oh, I think it quit bleeding. Joshua, you know what I thought about? My grandpa saying, "Rub a little dirt in it, boy. It'll be fine." Thank you, Ghostly. I'm telling you, man, God is a miracle worker. He took me from a place that I was in my darkest. I was in the poop. I don't know what was under there. I didn't see it, but I could show you the dumpster and the bags of stuff that they took out of my house. A full dumpster in one day is filled out of my attic, out of the furniture that was in this room, and the stuff that was in Daisy's room. They're bringing another dumpster tomorrow to take care of the rest of the attic and the basement. So I'm fortunate enough to where my yuck is being cleaned up. And it puts me in a completely different place. I'm starting over. I walked into my mom's room, my mom's old room, Daisy's old room, where I usually do my prayers, in the room with the pink. That's Daisy's room, or my mom's old room, my bedroom now. Mine and my wife's bedroom. As soon as she gets better and gets out of the hospital bed, we're going to move it into the bedroom, and she can still sleep in the hospital bed, but it'll be in the bedroom and not in the living room right next to the bathroom. And depression put her there. So it's not just me, man. It's my wife, and she's way worse than I am with it. But she had a lot of health problems that came with it also. So I know where you are coming from. I know. I've been there. I'm still there. Okay? If you feel that you're not worthy of God, you are. By the grace of God, you are. I'll try that later, Joshua. But You can't do it alone. You will dwell in it alone. 100%. It'll kill you. It'll kill your soul. It'll kill the person that you are. My daughter told me that I need to go back to work because I was happy when I worked. I was happy when I wasn't depressed. I am 100% relieved. My wife suffers from bipolar. She got put on an extreme amount of medication for neuropathy in her foot. And then she has a blood clotting disease. She had a blood clot in her carotid artery, and it stopped oxygen to her brain, and she had stroke-like symptoms for about 7 months that she would just be sitting there, and then you could see her face would start drooling, and it wasn't a stroke, it was these after effects of the blood loss. The doctor said her brain was suffering from PSD. Is that what it is? Going through the same effects of what she was going through. And in that amount of time, she sat on the couch for a long time in her depression and kind of gave up. And now she's bedridden, and we are we're trying to get her going, getting her up, you know what I mean? It might be her going to a rehab center or a hospital to help with that. You know what I mean? It's gotten to the point to where it's past anything I could really do to help. And it's not like you can yell and scream at her, you know what I mean? I'd say it's 50% mental and 50% physical with her now. Praying makes everything better. And see, that's just it. My wife is just into God as I am, but her situation has pulled her away from God. And I try every day. I pray for her constantly. Her depression has pulled her away from God. And I understand it. Yes. She's never been to the hospital. She is right there. That is my living room or my dining room. And we have set up a hospital bed for her in there because she could not get up and down off the couch anymore. And we got rid of the couch. Not that one. That was the dog's couch. And I had this whole big thing. I couldn't get the chainsaw started. And I wasn't going outside to get the axe. But I'm cutting up the couch into smaller pieces so it's easier to carry. I just thought it would be cool to break it up on camera. And all I ended up doing is making myself bleed and getting out of breath. But depression, we need to get out of it. And God is the way we're going to do it. So after today, tomorrow I'm still going to be doing a lot of work in the house, but I'm making a tractor video for all y'all that want to see an old man riding around on a lawnmower in the snow tomorrow. I pray she gets better all the time. All right, baby, I love you. Be safe. Sabrina's my daughter, if anybody didn't know. But there's going to be daily videos, and we're going to work on it. I'm going to get back to my daily prayers. I'm going to get back to reading my Bible every day with y'all. I have a lot to make up for in that area because the enemy has had me 100% for like the last 4 or 5 days, 6 days, 8 days, 2 weeks, something like that I pretty much dropped off the YouTube face for a minute. It's because the enemy had me. I was against the ropes. And then the enemy dealt that blow, dude. Took my life away. Took my dogs away. Threatened to throw me out of my house. The enemy had me. The enemy had my wife.
I've been in law enforcement for about 20 years now, and being in law enforcement.
The enemy still has my wife.
It takes its toll on me after a while because we see a lot of that in everybody. So, I have a very good lifestyle that I practice when I'm off duty.
And I'm not too proud to say it. But you know what? He ain't got my life now. He ain't got my life at all. I will not have my dogs back. I am probably going to end up never being able to own a dog again because of my neglect towards my dog that was attacked by my other dog and ended up dying from her injuries. That is my fault, my bad. I will go to jail for that if that's what the judge wants me to do. I'm going to pay all the fines that I have to do. That is my responsibility. I will 100% do it. But 100%, I am going to let them people know about themselves. Because, granted, what I did with Ariel was not right, was not the legal thing to do, was not the right thing to do. But in a situation where I'm watching my dog that I've had for 12 years die, yeah, I lied. I lied to save my dog's life or to get her put out of her misery. That's what I lied for. Sorry. But they did that. They took that away. They tried to take my house away. The enemy did that. But you know what? Do you ever wonder why God picks those people that are broken or picks, like his disciples, for instance? Saul, I want to say, but he changed his name. Used to hunt Christians and ended up being one of the founders of the Gentiles coming to Christ. But he was somebody who was killing Christians, and Jesus used him to start Christianity. Okay? How broken are you? What's your past like that God can't grab you and turn you completely around in the other direction and change you? God to take you at your worst, at your lowest, and pick you up and put you on the highest spot. God does that. You have to let him do that. Okay? You know how you let them do that? You get a relationship with God. You don't go to church. You go to church. Do what you do for your religion. Okay? My religion is going to start with a relationship first before I get into religion. I need to have a relationship. So that's what I'm working on. Are you going to work on it with me? Because we can work on it together, man. 100%. We can do it together because we can't win this battle alone. You know what I'm saying? Can't do it alone. Alone, we sit and suffer in our depression, in our yuck, in our whatever it is. We need each other. We need God because there's no one else that's going to help us but each other and God. Okay? We all of us, we need to stick together and we need to work together to get better. We need God. We need to work together to do it. All right? I'm in. I'm all in. Let's change this BS we've been living. Let's help change somebody else's BS that they're living. Because we know what this fight is like. We know what weapons to bring to this fight because we're in it. We've been in it. All right? We know. God, His Bible, each other, learning, getting a closer relationship with God. That is what is going to beat the enemy. That is what is going to get us out of depression. That is what we need. And there's nobody out there offering to help us. There isn't. There's medication you could take, or somebody that gets paid $100 an hour to listen to you. I take 30 minutes out of my day and read my Bible, and I feel better afterwards, and it doesn't cost me nothing but 30 minutes and a little bit of embarrassment because I mispronounce things. Yeah, I do. I own 2 Bibles. I own a Bible study Bible, which is what I read from. If you go, there's a, yes, 100% Wanda. God sent them evil ass people in here. This is all part of God's plan. All of this misery. It's all part of God's plan. Do you know why? Because I needed it. If that wouldn't have happened, I would have felt like shit because Ariel died and there was nothing I could do about it. And that would have just put me closer into that depression. And then the enemy sends his little minions to take everything away. But God's like, hold up. Hold the phone, brother. You can't do that. You're allowed to do what I allow you to do. But God steps his big old foot down. It says, that's all. There is no more for you here. This is God's body. This is God's. Not the enemy's. So the enemy doesn't have a place here. The enemy doesn't have a place there. Wherever the camera is, there, right there, where I'm touching. The enemy does not have a place there. That's not the enemy's home. That's God's home. That's your home. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not the enemy's playground anymore. This is God's house. This is God's house. That right there, that is God's house. The enemy is not welcome here anymore. This is God's house. And I understand I'm yelling and I apologize. But I'm excited. This is what we were before is no more. My wife hasn't been in a hospital for quite a while. She's been at home, just pretty much gave up. We're thinking about taking her to a rehab. We're waiting to see if I go to jail on Friday or not because of what happened with my dogs. And we think we're going to have to take her to a rehab to where she can, honestly, I don't want to, but she does need medical help and she does need some mental help. She has bipolar. So, you know what I mean? She needs some mental help, whether to talk to somebody or not. She needs to want to live again. And that's something else I've been dealing with. I mean, it's not just one thing. And I know it's not just one thing with y'all. There's more than one thing. It piles up and it gets so just much. There's more yuck than what you can deal with. That you know why people freak out and go insane? Because they don't have God and they can't handle it anymore. I 100% can't handle it anymore. That's why I gave it to God. The second that I prayed to God and I gave it to Him for Him to figure out, and I'm not going to question it, I'm going to go with it. I woke up this morning and I want to do something to help people that were put into my situation. That those people came to and talked to like that. That because depression isn't just something you can snap out of. Um, Mine, it took them to take my dogs away and threaten to throw me and my wife out. That was my breaking moment. Did that woman break me? 100% she broke me. 100%. I was broken on my birthday. Never been that broken before in my life. And I've been in some places. But it's different. Because I'm at a place where I should be crying. I should be. My birthday was 2 days ago. So 2 days ago, they took my dogs and threatened to take my house. And yeah, because I couldn't afford a vet and lied to them to get my dog vet care. After it was too late. Thank you. Um, you know, I think about it, and I'm not even mad about it. I'm not depressed about it. I'm not in shock. I'm a little relieved. Don't. Simply because I don't have that on me anymore. It pains me to say it, and it tastes horrible coming out of my mouth. But maybe that was part of God's plan. God knew that in my financial situation that I couldn't take care of the dogs the way they should have been anymore. I knew that. But I was never going to do anything about it. I gave the situation to God, and then all my dogs were taken off of me. I gave the situation to God, and I almost lost my house. I gave it to God, and they threatened to throw my sick wife out in the snow in 20-degree temperatures. I gave it to God, and in all of that tragedy on my birthday, one guy said, "Hey, I'll help you. What do you need? What can I do to help you? To help relieve some of the situation that you are in." This was the guy from the housing authority. The person who could say, put his name on that red tag and slap it on the door. What can I do to help you? I have more trash than I can take care of. I hurt. My knee is done. I can't walk up and down the stairs the 500 times it would take me to clean what was left in my attic by people that lived here when I lived, people that rented from me, and stuff from my mother. I looked at him and said, the stuff in the basement that was left there by somebody who lived in the basement for a little while. I can't go up and down the stairs. It's just a big pile of trash in the middle of the floor. And I can't clean it. I could clean it, yes. But I would be able to take one bag every day. But it would have been one bag. But instead, he said, what can I do to help you? You can help me by getting rid of this trash. One dumpster's full. There'll be another one here tomorrow that'll be full. And he told me there's room. Rip up your carpet, throw it in the dumpster. It's free. The city's paying for it. And the city paid for a crew to come here and do that for me. Now, were they doing it so I could mess up and they could throw me out and they ain't got so much trash to clean? Maybe. That's yet to be seen. But all of that happened when I gave it to God. All right? Now you may think, Rich, that is insane. You gave it to God and then all these bad things happened. But were they really all that? I mean, yes, they're bad. But I don't have that stress on my heart anymore. It hurts me to think about it. The taste of it coming out of my mouth is disgusting. But I 100% can come back. New, fresh. I live in Ohio. I am gonna fight for my dogs Friday. Daisy, they put down. She is an aggressive dog that attacked more than once. They put her down. If I would have been able to keep her and kept her separated, she would have been fine. But accidents happen. And one happened, it took 3 seconds at 4 o'clock in the morning. And there was nothing I could do about it. But all of this happened when I gave it to God because I live in the state of Ohio. When I gave it to God, all this started happening. And you might think, dude, that ain't God. That's the enemy. I don't think so. I think that it was God. And there's a reason that God does things. And there's reason, and his reasons aren't for us to understand. At all. We're not to understand what God's plan is for us. If we're lucky, he'll show us some. He'll point us on a path. My path is to help us. Us. Not to help me, not to help my wife, but to help us. All of us. Because if God didn't want me to do it, God wouldn't put it on my heart.
Yeah, it feels great. Hey, thanks a lot. Hey, thank you. All right, you too.
My dog Daisy attacked my dog Ariel. Now, I was taking care of Ariel, and she had some pretty severe wounds. She should have gone to the vet, but I don't have the money for that. So I was taking care of her. Every 4 hours, I was on it every day, all day. And she started scratching and biting on herself and tore herself wide open from the puncture wounds in her neck. She ripped herself wide open and she got infected. Like that, infection struck in. And we tried to get her help, to get her put to sleep, to get her to a vet, and nobody would help us, or they gave us extreme amounts of money. So I lied and said that she was a stray to get her help because I couldn't afford to do it being her dog owner. So I lied to the system and said she was a stray so that she could get the help that I couldn't afford to get her. In doing that, I abandoned my dog, even though that dog never left my living room until the dog warden left with her. And that made me a horrible owner because I didn't go to a vet right away and my dog suffered and died. That's what I lied about. That is what made him come back and take my other 3 dogs and then try to throw me out of my house because I lived in deplorable conditions. I lived in dirty conditions, man. It wasn't deplorable. Ariel, yes. She once she tore herself open, she was already injured, but she tore it more. Infection set in right away, and they put her to sleep. They put her down. And then Daisy, my other dog, is the one that attacked her. They put her down because she was aggressive to other animals. Because they were all safer with them in an overcrowded dog pound. Chuck is scared shitless. Eclipse is scared. They're used to being loved 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of them. They're used to being around somebody constantly. Chuck would lay with my wife next to her all the time. He was her protection dog. And now he's in a cage somewhere, freaking out because he's all alone and he doesn't have his mommy anymore. Because that's more humane than taking, what's today, the 15th? By the weekend, my house will be immaculate. Granted, it'll still need work, but it'll be clean in less than a week. And I'll never have my dogs again. I live in the city, but that's not the point. The point is, even That's all part of God's plan. He didn't put it there. He didn't do it to break me down. He did it to build me. Because she 100% broke me. I was broken. My heart was broken. My soul was broken. My brain was broken. But I woke up this morning. Thank God. Because I ain't broken. I'm not broken in the least little bit. I never was broken. Do you know why? I woke up this morning and, all right, man, you have a great night's sleep. God loves you and so do I. God doesn't do anything for no reason. Granted, it felt like my life was ending, but in thinking about it and the way I woke up this morning, God ain't trying to break me. God let the enemy try to break me. Do you know why? Do you want to know why? Because God knows how strong I am. God knows that. God knows I'm a beast. I forgot who I am. God didn't. I forgot that I am me. I forgot who in the heck I am. I let the enemy have at me. But God has me. 100% God has me. The enemy can do what he wants. The enemy can try whatever he wants with us. He cannot beat us. We are stronger because of God. God gives us strength. The enemy? Forget that mother fluffer. God has us. The enemy ain't big enough. Chloe, I love you. The enemy ain't strong enough to take us on. Not when we're standing up. The enemy's got to drag us down into a dark hole to beat us, to feed on us, to beat up on us. The enemy can't stand toe-to-toe with us because we have God on our side. Don't forget that. You, don't forget that. The enemy ain't gonna win. No, that's not how this game works. And every day, I'm going to remind you. And I'm going to be here for you. And you're going to be here for me. And God is going to be with us. And we are going to beat depression. We are going to help other people beat it. Because we've had enough. We're tired of it. We're tired of the BS. We're tired of the enemy running amok. We're tired of the enemy thinking they own us. They can do what they want to us. No more. God has us. We have each other. The enemy can't do that. The enemy can't deal with us. We're beasts. Now act like it. If I have to act like it, so do you. If you don't feel like acting like it, what can I do to help you? Because this ain't a fight I can deal with on my own. This ain't a fight you can deal with on your own. We need God and we need each other. With that right there, me, you, God, who can stand there against us? The enemy stands no chance. None. And all the devil's minions and the enemy's minions, they stand no chance. So stand here. Take their best shot. Let them kick you in the hootenanny. Because you can take it. Someone's calling me. Sabrina, if that's you, I'm on live. I can't call you right now. Hold on. Ow. Hello? Holy crud. Look. Say hi to Chloe, everybody. Look. Say hi to Chloe, everybody.
She's looking at herself on the TV. Why was you licking me? Want to, Grandpa?
Oh, look it. Wyatt. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Grandpa. Oh, look. Don't be in his pocket. Can I have Grandpa?
Do you want to be back on the TV, Chloe?
Yes. It's like a 3-second delay. Yeah, it's literally
I love you.
And Grandpa, I saw you yelling on the
You heard Grandpa doing what on the TV?
Yelling. And now you're grounded for a month. I'm not lying. You're actually grounded for a month.
A month?
Yes.
I'm grounded for a whole month?
Yes.
I'm not allowed to leave the house. Can I ride the lawnmower?
You can leave the house, but do whatever people say.
Can I ride the lawnmowers?
Yes.
I can ride the lawnmowers. Look, proof.
Can I ride the lawnmower?
Hey, you need to come over.
On my nose.
You need to come over so you can make some YouTube videos. All right.
She's not letting us. She never said that. Quick. You're looking at me.
All right. All right. I'm gonna talk to you guys all and her. Look, we're all having a conversation. I'm having a Jetsons call, and I'm having a Chloe call, and we're all together. But I'm telling you guys,
Can I walk around, Mommy?
you 100% aren't alone. You have God, and you have me, and everyone that's in the chat room. We have each other. With that and God, we can get through it 100%, guys.
I'm gonna go get my
And we're gonna get through it.
Good night. I love you, Grandpa. Good night.
Good night. I love you.
But I want to show him.
Good night, I love you.
All right. I'll
Good night, Grandpa.
say good night, Wyatt.
Say good night, Wyatt.
Grandpa.
Yeah, baby. Oh, look.
I'm making a book.
Chloe is writing a book, guys. All right. Tammy, hold on a second. Sit all the way up. All right, I gotta go.
Okay.
All right, I love you.
Love you.
All right, guys. My wife needs my help, so I gotta go. But there's gonna be videos every day and a live every night. Okay? We got this. We're gonna kick its ass. God is with us and we're together. All right? God loves you, and so do I. I'll see you. Be safe. Bye. I'm coming, Tammy.